Hello, everybody. Long time no see, long time no see. Per usual. Anywho, how are y'all doing and how are y'all feeling? I hope y'all are doing and feeling great. Myself, I am not feeling great, bro. I woke up this morning, the worst pain ever in my neck, something that I've never even felt, but I did feel it whenever I had a muscle strain. And this junk happened in Texas, which was in like, what was it, May? June. No, I lied. No, I'm not lying. In June, we had to end up going to Texas because RIP man, Nikki. That was my father's sister. And she was really the only sibling that my sister and I had talked to. And sorry for the camera moving a lot, y'all. It is posted up on my pillow. Yes, I am in bed doing this. I just did not feel like sitting up at the end of the bed to where my iPad could just stay balanced on the dresser. But let me explain why. Anyway, worst pain in my life in my neck, but the only time that I felt it similar, because like I was saying, in Texas, I was so sick. Mind you, I have not been to Texas in since I was like what 7 years old. But we went down there for my aunt's celebration of life. She didn't want to consider it a funeral, so her celebration of life, and I was like deathly sick, bro. I was like, there's no way this is happening to me. It was the worst. I ended up having a muscle strain like right here, bro. That was like, I could not function. I could not function. And I had to sit in the back. Thank God I didn't have to sit in the middle, but I had to sit in the back with two kids, two car seats, and I'm just against the door fighting for my life, fighting for my life. I was like, bro. But anywho, so I woke up this morning, wicked pain in my neck. Like, it feels very much similar to that. But I did some research or whatever, and it was saying something about, like, I forgot what the term was, but they talked about a muscle strain, and they also talked about something with like your nerves or whatever. So yeah, that's why I did not feel like having to sit up at the end of the bed. I needed something to where I could lean my back on. I can't even turn my head, and first of all, I'm not going to turn my head, number one, because of the fact that I know my hair looks dumb, but I literally still have not had like this whole part finished. So I'm really going to try and keep my head straight. But at the same time, whenever I turn my head, that joint still hurts. But anywho, that long little introduction. So sorry that I've been going for a minute. Am I sorry for real? I don't know. I wonder if y'all still care. Anywho, I'm trying to think of what I can update y'all on. So I updated y'all on the stuff that happened in June. There's another little update, and the crazy thing is I really feel like May and June were hold on, let me restart. I really feel like May and June were probably like the craziest months I've ever had to experience. I want to give y'all a small little story time on my first ever crash out at work, and I wouldn't even want to consider it a crash out, but the first time where my coworkers and managers really had to see me get out of character. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a Saturday morning. I have a trip that's coming up in 2 days. 2 days after this. So this is like the end of May. Anywho, so a crazy rush one Saturday. I don't even know what was going on. We're going to use the code name. We're just going to call her Simone. Me and Simone on the same side, blah, blah, blah. It's crazy busy. I've never seen a day like that in my life at that restaurant. So I'm good. I am good at my job. And I'm not just saying that because it's me. Like, I definitely feel like I have very good work ethic. I go in there, I clock in, I do what I got to do. I make my coworkers laugh and I dip. Okay. But in all seriousness though, crazy day, you know what I'm saying? My section was whole bar full. We are on a wait for like a whole hour. Every time I look up, got another table. Every time I look up, my tables need something. I'm looking like, bro. So I had no time to really go to the back and restock stuff. Mind you, I could even grab plates, cups, silverware, none of that. One, because it's too busy to even try and roll some silverware. And two, because the restaurant was literally full to capacity. The restaurant is full to capacity. Freaking everybody just wants something from me, so I could not go back there, stock up. No dishes was clean. Da, da, da. We didn't even have a dishwasher that morning, bro, and we were understaffed. We were so understaffed for a day like that. That junk was nuts. Anywho, You know, Simone started going off on me. She having an attitude with me or whatever. And then hours go by. Boom, three something hits. I be getting off at 4. 3 o'clock hits or whatever. You know, the host asking me questions because Simone did not want to take this party because she wanted to go on break. She was working a double, and I was like, no. She been sitting here talking all this smack, like saying this, that, and the third, and I was getting fed up. And I was letting my coworkers know. I was like, please just don't talk to me. Like, I don't want to have an unnecessary attitude with you whenever you're not even my issue right now. And mind y'all, I stayed silent. Boom. 3 o'clock rolls around. I'm going to table 57. This is the time where it finally like starts to die down. When I tell you it was jumping from the time 11 o'clock hit, I'm not even playing. I was like, this is insane. This is insane. I don't even remember how much money I made that day, but I think I made a decent amount. But I didn't even care. Anywho, finally, I'm cleaning off table 57. I hear Simone back there. She's talking loud, talking crazy. I was like, all right, I'm about to go back here and cut this corner. I'm just going to have to go off. I already know what kind of day this jump about to be. I'm feeling the rage from the sole of my feet to the tip top of my head. I cut that corner. I was like, Simone, I would have been able to restock stuff if there were things back there. She talking about something. Shut up, because I'm not talking to you. I was like, okay. I was like, but you're talking about me. That's the problem. So boom, I had walked the dish pit. Mind you, we did not have no dishwasher. So there was a lady that was being trained to be a manager somewhere else, but she was training at our restaurant. So this is like, she don't even know who we are for real. I don't even remember her name. She probably don't even have my name down. Boom. All hell breaks loose in front of her. I'm going off because Simone had like tried to run up on me like she was about to hit me or something. I'm looking like, Simone. So we are yelling, literally yelling at each other. Boom. Everybody is turning heads. We got the cooks coming back there in dish pit. My manager, Lex. It's not funny, but every time I think about it, it's just like, I would not know what to do as a manager in this situation. I would have let y'all fight. That's how I would have been. But no, Lex is in the middle of us. She's like, guys, stop it. Stop it. Like, calm down. Stop. Everybody stop. And I'm still just going off. I'm like, there's no way, because I don't get mad, y'all. And for me to get mad, number one, and raise my voice, number two, in a busy establishment at my job, in my work uniform, that's so not me. It takes so much for me to get mad, which is so insane. But it's just the fact that I let it go on for hours, y'all. Hours. And I was just fed up. I was so fed up. And so I'm boohoo crying. I'm hysterically crying. And my feelings were not hurt. I was crying just because I was so mad and I was humiliated. Like, for me to have to come in here and act like this on this day, everybody's already overwhelmed and this is going down. There's no way that this is happening. So boom, I ended up going back to the bag. You know, my girl LGBT, well, really Jake. It's just Jake. He's the bartender. But Jake had came out there, you know, I'm just like, I gotta call my sister. I need to call somebody because I'm tweaking the fuck out. And I told everybody, I was like, I quit. I am done. I am not gonna be treated like this in this establishment. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm just going off. But if y'all could have seen it, like if y'all could have seen what was going down, y'all definitely would have understood where I was coming from. And I definitely, like, my coworkers that were there, they all let me know, like, Ty, you are not tripping. Like, I don't blame you for the way that you acted, none of that. So I was like, thank God. Anywho, of course I'm skipping over bits and pieces only because I'm trying to hurry up and tell the story. But if I really went in detail, like, it would probably be the whole entire episode. I'm not even gonna. But anyway, you know, I'm telling people, I'm like, Lex, I quit. Like, I'm out of here. I cannot do this. Like, da da da. Like, I'm not about to sit here and be treated like this, you know. And then Simone had called me lazy. Y'all, I have not once in my life been a lazy worker ever. So I knew that was a lie. I was like, you're saying things just because you're mad. Like, what you're saying does not even make sense right now. Like, come on now. Everything that I was saying, it was logic. Like, it was real. Like, I did not cuss at her or nothing. I did not cuss at someone one time. But I did let her know, like, stop playing with me. Because if there were things back there for me to grab and restock, don't you think I would have grabbed it? Anywho. Yeah, so my manager, she ends up telling me, she's like, you know what? how about you just go home for the day? I was like, yeah, I'm getting the F out of here. Boom, I get to the car. I'm literally boo crying. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mama, I just quit my job. I'm crying because I'm humiliated. I'm crying because I just quit my job. I'm crying because I was sent home. And I'm crying because I had to act a fool in front of everybody. But anywho, after that whole situation I went down, I ended up going around and apologizing to everybody, which I really had no reason to apologize. But it's just like, I really did cause, or that whole situation definitely did cause a lot of, what's the word? Disturbance. So, I had texted my manager and I was like, listen, I would still like to keep my job. I made an impulsive decision by saying that. I was just very angry. And I was like, you can go around and ask anybody. I've never acted like that here. That is not in my character. I do not get mad. I do not act like that. I was like, I'm so sorry for disturbing y'all, the kitchen, the freaking rest of my coworkers, the customers, and all that stuff. Thank God she forgave me. Thank God I still have my job. But I am a good worker, so of course I have my job. But I feel like if I were like a crappy worker, then they definitely would have let me go. But yeah, there's that. And then, I ended up trying to go in the next day. Simone was there the next day, and I was like, I told my other manager, I was like, I cannot do this. Like, I'm still fed up. And they were like, no, we honestly didn't even think that you were going to come. Like, we crossed your name out on the list and everything. I was like, okay, but do I still have my job though? Anyway, so then I left, and then the day after that, I went on my trip, and I was like, thank God. Like, I really feel like that was perfect timing for everything to, like, I don't know. I really needed that trip to calm down. Y'all don't understand. I was mad at that junk for like a month. I kid you not. And even with me speaking about the story, like, I'm still riled up. But anywho, there's that. What else can I update y'all on? I definitely do feel like that story was a little bit interesting, just because I'm not one to get mad. Like, yeah, I be getting a little bit frustrated or whatever, but for me to sit there and yell is crazy. Anywho, I've been watching a lot of true crime recently, per usual. I really wish I could just stay still. I was trying to find something that I could sit on, that I could sit my iPad on top of so that it would stay nice and stable. So I'm sorry for the rockiness again. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of true crime, been getting into more podcasts about true crime and like traumatic experiences and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm very interested in that stuff. Like, I'm very interested in the way the mind works and just different personalities and different stories and all that stuff. That's really my cup of tea. But yeah, y'all, I wish I was a lot better with my schedule and everything, but I really have just been working for real. And we have had a lot of people come and go, but it's starting, the slow season is starting to approach. It's real cold, real gloomy. But this is what I like. Like, I love the gloomy weather. I love the cold. I love fall and winter. Like, I love fall and winter. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a December baby. Like, I'd much rather be cold than hot for sure. And I will have that debate with anybody. I don't care. But anywho, oh, and another thing, this might be a little bit TMI, but I don't know if I've talked about this with y'all, but I was on birth control for like a little over a year. And I finally got my period back. I ended up getting off of it just because, I don't know, I didn't like the way I started to look and the way it made me feel and the way it made my body feel. Like, I was just over it. Like, I was over it. And plus, I'm 20 years old now. I'm about to be 21, and I want to have kids whenever I'm like 30. And I always said, like, the youngest that I would start having kids is probably 28, only if, I'm where I would like to be financially and having some kind of career going for myself. But the only reason why I'm waiting so long is because I want to have my 20s like to myself. Like, I don't want, and I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but I don't want to sit there and dedicate my 20s to like a child right now. And I don't know, I'm so glad that I was not born back in the day to where people will always be asking me or telling me like, it's about time for you to start having kids, like, no. Ooh, that's not cute. My bad. I didn't even realize it was looking like that. But anywho, Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna wait until I'm 30. I want to have time to travel. I want to have time to figure out who I am and time to just do the things that I want to do without having to worry about a child. Like, who is gonna watch my child? Or I'm gonna have to take my child everywhere. And do you know how much a human being costs? Especially one that's new into the world and having to listen. No, that's too adult for me right now. So I need time. I need time, and I'm still very young. Do I want kids? Of course, I want six. I just want to have a big family, and I want to have a lot of grandkids, and like, I don't know, keep my genetics alive. So, but anyway, the reason why I had got off of it is because I want to just prepare my body for that time. Like, I need to have a couple years of just having a cleanse and a detox. I don't know, all that stuff. I'm thinking smarter than quickly. So, there's that. And yeah, anywho, yeah, I had got my first period last, no, it was still this month, October, like October 1st or 2nd. Bro, when I tell you, yes, I was happy because I was like, dang, like I definitely feel like a woman again. I don't know. Whenever I was telling people that, first of all, I texted almost everybody in my contacts, letting them know that my period had came on, because it was like the waiting game. Like, and I was doing so much research on it. A lot of people were saying, they were like, yeah, I didn't get my period until like 8 months after I got off of it, blah, blah, blah. I was looking like, bro, I cannot wait that long. But I was definitely jumping for joy whenever I woke up and dropped them draws. Um, I, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a woman again. Anyway, off of that topic, I really don't know what else to talk about. And I wish that I did. I feel like I'm not too good with this only because of the long breaks that I take in between. Um, so I definitely need to try and get better with this. But yeah, I've been doing some research on what I want to dress up as for Halloween, and I still don't know. And Halloween is on Friday, bro. And I'm thinking about going to a party. I have not been to a party since last Halloween for in a year. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, so I haven't been to a party in over a year. Um, I'm kind of excited if I do. If first of all, if my neck feels better. So, but y'all will see on like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, whatever I dress up as. But to be honest, I really have not been posting myself recently. I've been feeling ugly. That's probably why I really haven't been recording anything on here. And plus, I just didn't know things to talk about because I know that I was trying to keep this as like somewhat as an inspirational type thing. I feel like my first couple of videos were like that, of course, because I was depressed and I was trying to convince myself. I don't know. I was so depressed, and I'm doing so much better. And I always look back on that point in time, not, how do I want to put this? I always look back on that point in time just to show myself how much I've grown. And I feel like every single time I record something, I find a way to speak about it. But like, a lot of people really don't understand, like, change, seeing yourself change from, I don't know, being in such a dark place and now seeing your face like light up is so it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, feeling like you're just looking back and being like, dang, I really did not think that I would ever get out of that state of mind. Or I definitely felt like I would never get over it. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, to this day, I still get into my head, I still get to thinking, but I'd rather it be a memory than being my current state. So I am very blessed for that and very grateful and just very, very happy. I feel very good in life and very stress free and all that stuff. But anywho, I don't really know what else to talk about. I don't know. My birthday is coming up, y'all. I think I already said that, but it is coming up very soon. December 19th. Have your calendars marked because I'm turning 21. Yeah, babe. I already got a plan. I said that I am going to a Mexican restaurant. I'm going to order me a pina colada with rum. Like, I'm not playing no games. I'm probably going bar hopping, and my birthday's on a Friday. And I took off on Saturday and Sunday. Oh, I'm drunk all weekend. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. So go ahead and block my phone number, y'all, because I'll be making a call to any and everybody. But anyhow, besides that, I really feel like that's all I had to say. I know that this episode was probably pretty boring. But I am definitely just glad that I decided to get up, and get something out there for a little bit. Oh, and I don't know if I already said this, but I rearranged my room. That's why it's so bare in the back. I had put this blanket over over my headboard to try and give it like some kind of aesthetic, and because my headboard is oily, I like to rest my head up there. But yeah, the blanket's cute. And y'all want to know something? This affirmation list, and I was speaking about it yesterday. This is my affirmation list whenever I made when I was very down bad. I don't know, and I feel like I will always keep that for the rest of my life, just to remind me, like, like, look at you trying to be positive whenever you feel like nothing, like you feel like you have no reason to be here. Like, I don't know, I feel it's very significant to me, and I've definitely kept that up ever since I moved and back home, which was last December. And I've just always kept it up, and I will always glance at it and be like, wow, like, look at how far you've come. Just staying positive in the dark. Anyway, but yeah, so that's all I really have to speak on. I wish I had some inspirational words. Actually, I do. Something, a lot of people would say that I am corny, cringy, all that stuff. I don't care. Like, I don't care. If y'all know me personally, okay, boom. You might think that I'm a little bit cringe. If you see me out in public having a conversation with my homegirls or something, you gonna think that I'm a little bit cringe, but I am happy. Like, a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people just don't enjoy seeing others being themselves freely and being, like, happy with themselves. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. Like, I don't know. Like, that is just me. And it's like, I don't care. Like, don't care about what other people think. The things that make you laugh, say it. The things that make you laugh at it. The things that make you happy, like, it's making you happy. Dang, y'all see how uneven how uneven the hair is? I am weak. Yeah, not too much though. Not too much. But anywho, yeah, be yourself, enjoy who you are, and don't change for anybody. If somebody does not like the way you act, they are not the person for you. Whether it's a relationship, friends, family, even. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And a lot of people will mess with you for the real you. Like, I'm definitely saying things that y'all already know, and I probably heard ever since you were like 5 years old. But in all seriousness, be yourself. And I love people that don't try and put on this image, like, even on social media and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, show the real you. Like, I respect that. But yeah, I guess I'll speak to y'all later. I don't know how later, maybe next year. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe in December. Maybe in December I'll try and do a little thing that I did, like I did last year before the new year had rolled around. Just trying to speak on the new things that I want to accomplish, or the new things that I want to do, or things that I need to let go. I don't know. Hopes and dreams. But I guess I will speak to y'all later. My neck is killing me. And I'll probably just go and watch some TikToks or whatever. But I enjoy speaking to y'all, and I hope y'all enjoyed listening to me. Yeah. Enjoy life. Drink water. Stay humble. I'll talk to y'all later.